Trading, a dream for many, a challenge for all. Welcome to my journey as a trader. Every week I will share my wins, my mistakes and the lessons I learned along the way, raw and unfiltered. Before we start with the video, just a short disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Trading involves significant risk, so trade responsibly. Welcome back to my trading journey. In today's episode, I'll share everything about my first trading week within the series. The wins, the losses, and the lessons that are shaping my journey. Let's dive in. This week was a crazy week for me. I have made so bad mistakes, which I haven't made for a long time. But before I dive in too deep, first I will show you my results. Just one info, on the 3rd of January I took one losing trade with minus 1% on the account. This week I have technically taken 6 trades with a 33% win rate, which is a bad win rate for me. But we closed the week with 18.3% plus, and that means we passed the phase 1 of this challenge. Now we are in Notion, and as you can see, I took 6 trades this week. There we have our one losing trade from the 3rd of January. It was a bad trade because it was a FOMO trade. It wasn't exactly how I normally take my trades. So that trade, we just let this trade there. Let's jump to Monday. As you can see, we took 4 trades. These are not 2, so we broke our plan there. As I said, I just want to take 2 trades per day, but as you can see, 4 are not 2. So we broke our trading plan. And the worst thing is that all of these trades, not all of them, but for example, the XAG USD trade, there was no liquidity taken and we got the liquidity, and that's always the thing. If you see no liquidity, you are almost every time the liquidity. So there was again a problem where we broke our trading plan. We had no liquidity taken, and we had a big order block up there over the liquidity. But that's a bit FOMO, I would say. So we had our first loss with minus 1 RR with 0.5%. Then the USD chef trade, this was very unlucky and a very stupid mistake for me, because after the spread hour before the spread hour I opened the SL, and after the spread hour I put the wrong SL in, and I instantly got closed out with minus 0.3%, and I took a new entry with a new SL, and the SL got hit there. So the minus 0.3 loss was a bit used. It was just a bad thing of me. So could be just a minus 0.5, but in the end we got minus 1% instead of minus 0.5. So you can call it a minus 2 RR loss, not a minus 1 RR, because we went in with 2 positions. Then same thing, USD JPY, we had a good reaction there. I didn't move my SL because of set and forget. And I opened my stop loss because of the spread hour. The price went against me, and in the end I had to close it manually with minus 1.875% instead of minus 0.5. So that's a minus 3.75 RR. Again, a very bad mistake there from me. Then our next trade, the XPT USD. This was a trade where I went very mad. So it was my first trade on this pair, and I just entered the trade and I was like, wow, we instantly got minus, I think, 0.2, 0.3%, or we almost like hit half of our SL, and I was like, How? And then I looked, the spreads were crazy. So that's a pair I will never trade again. There were crazy spreads, and yeah, I don't like that actually. And another big mistake was that I didn't wait for the OB to hit, and therefore we got liquidated there on this trade. We got minus 1 RR 0.5%. So a very bad start in the week. On the 7th of January, the next day on Tuesday, we took a perfect trade. The trade went 1 day and 12 hours and 25 minutes. It was on GBP JPY, and yeah, it was a very good trade. I will do an extra video for this one because we actually passed with almost one single trade. No, with one trade we passed 2 phases actually, and that's why I will do a single video for this one, so I don't go too deep into that. But we did 14% on this one. And then on the 10th of January, it was on Friday again, GBP JPY, you could say we stacked the position, but yeah, you can say we just stacked it. And there I went in with I think 2% risk, and we closed this trade with I think 6%. So a free RR win in the same day, and yeah, that was perfect actually. It was very, very good. We followed the plan, so 2 strong trades and 4 bad trades, and that's actually everything for this week from these trades. Let's talk about the psychology of this week. So I had many feelings. The craziest part was actually the FOMO, because normally I'm not a FOMO trader, and the 3rd of January started with the FOMO thing there. And on the Monday also, at the XAG-USD trade, for example, after my entry I was like, damn, why did I enter? Really, in the same moment where I pressed the button, I had this feeling. I still don't know why I got this FOMO, and I hope I won't have it for a long time, or I can control it. Let's say it like this. But yeah, that's for the FOMO part. Then one good thing for me actually was the revenge trading, because actually I had no really revenge tradings. The spread hour trade, or the USD chef trade, where I put the wrong SL into the where I put the wrong SL in after the spread hour. Yeah, this was a stupid mistake from me. But the second trade I went in was just because the trade was still valid, but maybe I could take the trade with 0.2% there. So if it hits the SL, it still would be a 0.5%. But yeah, I still went in with 0.5% on the new position there with the original SL. So in the end, yeah, it was just my bad. Next time I'll have to relax and look exactly at every single number before I enter it maybe. So that's the lessons learned for this part. The USD JPY trade, same thing. I think I shouldn't put that small SLs in when I knew, okay, I'm near the entry before the spread hour. So that's maybe a good part actually. I will take for my next trade. So before the spread hour, I will maybe quit the trade if it's at the entry, or I just stay in if my SL is big enough, because at the USD JPY trade I didn't have that big SL for the position of the price. So the price was near, I think it was actually in the SL already, and I think the no, there is it. This SS was 40, so it's not that small, but I think I was like minus 10 pips already So 30, yeah, almost 30 pips from the SL, and I think the spread on this pair is like 20 pips. So not the best, not the best timing to be in that position. But that's for this trade. And yeah, the XPT USD, yeah, I was just mad. So when I entered and I saw the spread, I was just mad. And I knew, okay, the SL would hit definitely, because as I told you already, I went in and instantly like 30% of the SL, and that's crazy. So that's for this day with the psychology. On Tuesday, I took this trade exactly with following my plan, and when the price was in drawdown, I was pretty fine, because I thought like, okay, we took it how the plan says you have to took it. But when I was in profits, I got a bit scared, because I saw, okay, we have 4% in profits. What can I do? What happens if it reverses? Because there was a small spot resistance created, and therefore I closed one position with the 4% plus, and I opened the second position in this trade. So technically it's the same trade, but we did like 2 micro trades in it. Or in the big trade, we opened the stacking position, but we closed the original start point. But for me, it was very, very smart to do that, because I was chilled more. I was like, okay, we saved 4% already, so let the trade go there. And actually, it was pretty nice. So maybe I will do that more, to close one position earlier and let another position just running. But the important thing for me is I don't like to do the partial profit taking, because it changes your risk to reward ratio extremely. So I like to open just a second position and close one. And on the Friday, it was also, you can say, the same GBP JPY trade. We opened another stacking position, also how our plan says you have to take it. So I was very relaxed. That's why I also took like 2% risk there instead of 1%, because I knew, okay, it's still in our original trade. The stacking position looks perfectly to do it. So it was an S plus setup, you can say, actually. And I knew, okay, 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio is easy to hit, and if I lose, I'm still 2% up in profit. So why not? And that's why I took it. I would never do that on my funded account, but on the challenge, I can take the risk. That's not problem for me. So this was our psychology part for this week. Last but not least, I want to tell you my goals for the next week. So I'll really try to not FOMO anywhere. No overtrading like this Monday. Then being especially careful at the spread hour, especially if I put the original SL back into it, and doing the right stuff again. So Tuesday, Friday was a good day, and as I told you already, there will be a single video for this legendary trade. Spoilers, I passed with these 2 days, or let's say with technically that one single trade, 2 challenge phases on a 200k funded account or funded challenge. So phase 1 and phase 2 in technically one single trade. So just look at it and have a nice week. Happy trading. See you next time.